Welcome to another episode of Backpass Tactics. We build backwards and transition forward because every goal begins with building from the back and passing forward. Today we're going to be talking about Manchester United, Ruben Amorim and his stubbornness, the formation issue at Manchester United, Kobbie Mainoo and what my thoughts on his future position are, Casemiro versus Ugarte, who do I think is the better number 6 for Manchester United? Bruno Fernandes' role and why I don't like how Ruben Amorim plays him in the team. Amad Diallo and the position that I wish Manchester United would use him in. Benjamin Šeško and what Manchester United needs to do in order for the striker to be more effective in the team. So let's start with Ruben Amorim and his stubbornness. Ever since Ruben Amorim came to Manchester United, he's been using the same formation that is not working out for him. Last season, Manchester United had the worst league position in their entire existence, for sure. He was very poor last season. This season, he still has the same stubbornness in terms of the formation. He's still using the same formation that is not working for him. The formation that Ruben Amorim is playing does not suit Manchester United's playing style. It also doesn't work for the English Premier League. It might have worked for him in Portugal, but the English Premier League is not Portugal. The teams are more tactically aware, the pace is faster, and the players have a better understanding and reading of the game. If you look at Ruben Amorim's formation, the one that he plays for Manchester United, that formation requires the defenders to be in constant communication. Because if you use the 3 or 4, 5 players at the back, the center backs have to be very, very organized. Because usually what happens when you play with 3 center backs is that one of the 3 center backs might push a bit higher up the pitch. And this requires them to then have constant communication with the 2 other center backs. Sometimes both center backs would push up the field and then the one center back would be a bit more deeper. And this is not a good system for the English Premier League. The English Premier League is very fast. Players read the game very well. And once your center backs are not tactically aware, other teams will take advantage of this because sometimes when other teams will press you high up the pitch, this will mean that each center back is marking one winger or one forward player. So you have maybe, let's say, 3 front players pressing your 3 center backs, and then you have one box to box and a number 10 of overloading your defenders as well. So this means that your center backs need to be very good at playing the ball from the back. They have to be really good at scanning to understand the surroundings around them and beating the press. So you need press resistant center backs, and you need center backs who are very quick. Players like De Ligt are not effective for Manchester United in the system. This is why I feel as if Ruben Amorim wants to start winning, if he wants to start being competitive for Manchester United, he should start using maybe a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 formation for Manchester United. Let's also discuss the Kobbie Mainoo issue. Apparently, rumor has it that allegedly Kobbie Mainoo wanted to leave Manchester United and his transfer request was denied by the team. Even though his transfer request was denied by the team, but the team is not using him in the first 11. So why is Manchester United doing this to Kobbie Mainoo? Because in my opinion, Kobbie Mainoo is a starter for Manchester United. On a good day, Kobbie Mainoo is one of the best midfielders that Manchester United has. And my solution for Manchester United is that Kobbie Mainoo should play the number 8 position. If you look at how he plays for England and how he played when he first arrived at Manchester United, he's a box-to-box player. He's not a number 6, he's not a number 10, but he's a very good box-to-box player. A player that can connect between the 6 and the 10. So the player that will be in between the 6 and the 10, the one who's going to be up and down the pitch. Even though I believe his work ethic can improve, but in terms of number 8 players at Manchester United, Kobbie Mainoo is the best number 8 player that Manchester United has. So my thoughts are that Manchester United should start using Kobbie Mainoo as their number 8 player. If they don't decide to use him as a number 8 player, then at least they should start using him maybe as a super sub, as a number 8 player that comes in towards the 60th minute or the 70th minute of each game. That's if they feel as if he doesn't fit the profile of the manager. Let's also discuss Bruno Fernandes and the role that Amorim plays him under. If you look at some of the Manchester United games, Fernandes is playing a bit deeper than he usually plays. So he's playing a bit deeper. I don't know if this is for him to be receiving the ball from deep, if this is because they want a player who can play as a deep-lying playmaker. But in all honesty, Bruno Fernandes' best position is number 10. His best position for the team is a number 10 player. In order for Manchester United to be effective as a team, Bruno Fernandes should be pushed up high up the pitch. He should be the one that is playing closer to the front three. He's the one that should be connecting passes, passing to the wingers, giving the striker through balls for them to attack the team. Let's also discuss the Amad Diallo issue. I watched the last game that Manchester United played. Amad Diallo was playing more as a number 10, drifting a bit wide here and there, but this isn't the best position for the player. Amad Diallo is a natural winger. Ruben Amorim should start using Amad Diallo as a winger, not as a number 10 that drifts wide, not as a wing back. You should start using him as a winger because Amad Diallo is one of the most technically gifted wingers that Manchester United has. And he's got very, very good abilities in terms of individual brilliance. Even if Amad Diallo doesn't start the game, he can come in as a super sub, but as a winger. Because maybe when Cunha is fit, Mbemo's there, and Šeško is there might not be a position for Amad Diallo in the front three. But this does not mean that Manchester United should force him as a number 10. Let's also talk about Casemiro versus Ugarte. Who would I pick between Casemiro and Ugarte as a number 6 player for Manchester United? So let's just do a brief background check on Ugarte. Manchester United bought Ugarte from PSG, and at PSG, Ugarte wasn't the first team number 6 player for PSG. He was a bench warmer for PSG. So imagine a team as big as Manchester United signing a bench warmer from PSG. That's my first initial opinion on the Ugarte situation. And then if you look at Casemiro, on the other hand, Casemiro is a better number 6 player for Manchester United. He has the experience, he has the technical ability, he understands high tempo games because he's been playing at Manchester United for a long time. He's played at Real Madrid under very good midfielders. Even though I believe Casemiro should be the starting number 6 player for Manchester United, I don't think his age and his fitness allows him to finish every game. In as much as he can be the starting number 6 player, maybe when the game is about to end or when Manchester United scores more goals, then they can remove Casemiro as the number 6 player for the team. Let's also discuss Benjamin Šeško and what the problem is at Manchester United. The fact that Bruno Fernandes is not playing as a number 10 is what is affecting Benjamin Šeško, because Benjamin Šeško is quick, he's tactically gifted, he's a very good player who needs maybe 1 or 2 chances per game in order to score goals. In order for Benjamin Šeško to shine, Manchester United should start using Bruno Fernandes as a number 10. If Bruno Fernandes is not playing as a number 10, maybe they can also use a player like Mount. When Mount is fit, he can be the number 10 because Šeško needs service. He needs players who are going to supply him with through balls, crosses, very different types of passes. He's the type of striker that can convert through different passes. So in order for him to be successful at Manchester United, they should just supply him with balls, front balls that are crosses, through balls, whatever type of chances that they can create for him. This is what allows a number 9 to shine. In order for a number 9 to shine, they need service. They need at least 4 chances per game, and they should convert at least one of those 4 chances. So until Manchester United creates more opportunities for Šeško, we cannot really judge Benjamin Šeško's performances at Manchester United. That's it, folks. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with family and friends. I'll be right back like Reece James, hopefully not injured and having proper vocal cords.